People aren't searching Google anymore. And when they actually do, they get a summary. And the answer most probably is that you're not there. Because if you're actually not training the machine to say your name, then you are invisible. So let's talk about this. Hey, I'm Veronica Di Polo, and with more than 15 years being a marketing strategist, are you ready for actionable bite-sized episodes about business advice on marketing, branding, and messaging to take your business to the next level? If you're a service business owner, we'll show you how to attract qualified leads on social media and beyond. We'll reveal the art of showcasing your brand effectively, and will uncover the best strategies to hook your audience so they keep coming for more. Say goodbye to outdated marketing strategies and embrace the power of change. Welcome to the Branding Momentum Podcast. Now, the old way of getting found doesn't work anymore. Before, we used to go on Google and we would have to create our marketing and our SEO just to be on the first page, right? You have to be on the first page of Google and rank there and do your SEO. Now, the keywords and the blogs and, training to get to that one page, and you had to do all this back end work to simply just appear. But now people simply don't even click. They go and ask ChatGPT or Perplexity or Siri or whoever is out there that is an AI assistant, and they give you just one answer. That one answer that you take as the answer, not a list. So we don't get to go deeper. I have to find ourselves the answer. We simply get it. And the answer comes from getting the data that actually finds you online. So they're going to go and this is how it works. So you put whatever thing that you want to search for, and it goes everywhere. And if they don't find what they're looking for, you're not there. Simple as that. So how does this work now? There is a new thing called AEO, and I am telling you, I am obsessed for the last 2 months about AEO. AEO means answer engine optimization, because it is not so much about search right now. It is more about the answer. So we have to build everything that we're doing to give the proper answer to when somebody is searching for what you actually deliver. I know it sounds a little bit complicated, but it isn't. Now, the best way that I can explain to you how this AEO works is that you have to be consistent and you have to be repeatable everywhere. So if you have a link in bio, or you have an email signature, or you have a website, you have to be able to have what you do for your service and what you offer to be consistent in all those places. Especially as this video comes out, Instagram just said that whatever post that you're putting on Instagram will show up in Google. That is huge news, because it means that everything that you're creating on Instagram will show up on Google. So if you have an how-to something, it might show up in Google if you position it in a certain way that it also brings in the name of your brand, your name, whoever it is actually running the business. So it gives that authority and you show up in Google, of course. So the real thing here is to be as clear as you can, as repeatable in all the platforms that you have, that you create content, but also on your blog posts, on your articles that you're putting out, on your descriptions for YouTube, anything. So everything has to be there. So these AI tools are picking this information. And when somebody asks something about your services, they simply pick it up and they give out your name. So where are the other places that you can actually show up and do this consistently? I said, You can do this in the YouTube descriptions. You can actually do this in your Spotify profiles if you have any of them. If you have a podcast, also do that there. You can even simply do that in the podcast comments. You can create a simple text that you can actually copy paste, and you can actually go into Branding Momentum podcast, and you can see that the latest episodes that I've been posting, I've been putting a comment into all my Spotify episodes because I know AI will pick those, because I'm just giving them a little snippet. I say my name, I say the Branding Momentum, and I tell them a little bit about that episode. So it actually gets picked up. So if we can do these little things for the AI to actually discover us, let me tell you, I feel that if we don't do this, we are going to be lost. And especially when I think about big brands, when they have a lot of money for this and they have a lot of people doing this. I'm just a one-woman show. Of course, I have a team, but this sort of things, when I think about them, I tend to start doing them myself, and I test them myself first. And then when I have the tools that I can actually pass it on to somebody else to do them, I do that. But I've been dealing with this for the last 2 months, and I've been changing everything. You can even go to veronicadipolo.com and check out everything that I'm doing. I'm even putting things that, like I even say in one place, like for AI people or something like that. I can't remember. But I've been doing so much back work so that if somebody that is in Europe is a service-based business owner and they need marketing and how to promote their business better with words, I want to show up. I want to get that answer from ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, which I actually don't use any of those. But if I were, I want to show up in those. And the bottom line is that I want to be there so they actually summarize my name or my business or my podcast so that people come in and consume my content. That is really it. Now, I want to explain to you a little bit what I've done for my website particularly, although we're going to be talking about the websites later. By the way, this is a series of 3 episodes. I mean, we're starting today about AEO. We're going to be talking about how to get discovered and the interest media that we're not in social media. And then we're going to be talking about what are the kind of things that you can do for your website to show up and get discovered. But today, I want to tell you a little bit more about Schema, which is a code that I ask ChatGPT based on a page that I have, and I put it there hidden so these AI tools understand what that page is all about, what are the kind of things that I'm talking there. So if somebody has a question on how to use your words to better communicate and get leads, I show up. So I've been doing Schema, and also I've been changing all the link in bios, being consistent, all the descriptions, like I said before about the Spotify comments as well. These are little things that nobody's actually noticing. I'm also creating hidden questions on my website about things that actually people search. And these are pages that are not public. These are only for AI to actually find them and get the answer and say, you know what, Veronica Di Polo talks about this, or this is a freebie that she has. Boom, go there. So I'm doing all this little work behind the scene. So the best advice that I can actually give you is to go into your ChatGPT, like honestly, and say, I need you to help me to create an AEO SEO in 2025 for my business. And you name your business and you name and do your name. And it will tell you everything that you need to do. And then you say, you know what? I know everything that you're telling me. That is a lot. Let's go one by one because I don't want it to be overwhelming. If you don't have a team, a tech team behind your business that is doing this, then I suggest maybe have somebody that is within your business and you can actually tell them to do all this behind work because obviously it takes time. But I would definitely follow the list of everything of the recommendations that they're telling you. Your images have to have a caption to describe the picture that is there. Your name should be in all of those. And then once you go through the list, you keep asking it, do I show up? Am I there? What else can I do? We have to be doing this because AI tools are actually running our world right now. And I embrace the technology. I do that. I do like it. And I know it is overwhelming for a lot of people. That's why I come here when I feel overwhelmed and you might feel overwhelmed and you might not know what to do, so that I can explain it to you in simple words so that you can actually apply this. So if your name isn't showing up, it is not because you're not good at what you actually do. It means that you are probably just invisible and you have to help that tool, that AI, to actually discover you into what you do. If you are the biggest company in whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what niche. It doesn't matter if you have products or not. Just start training these tools to find you and to find your business, because people are getting their news from Instagram and TikTok. They're not going to Google anymore. And if they go to Google, they don't want to be going through a bunch of links, right? They're already giving you a summary. So you gotta show up in that summary some sort of way, which I actually hate, because it means that where is the search? Why do we have to be so lazy now that we can't go? I mean, I'm a researcher. I like to go deep on certain topics and find out on my own what anybody can't find. I used to pride about that, and I can't pride about that anymore. I hate it. But that's just me. That's just me being personal here. So make sure that your questions are part of the answer. Make sure that whatever you're phrasing and you're doing, you make sure that you tell ChatGPT, you know what? That sounds generic. That sounds like ChatGPT. I don't want to sound like anybody else. And remember to always remove the dashes or the parentheses, because that is a sign that is done by ChatGPT. Okay, guys, I see you same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.